generally, my people, when we are angry, we tend to like draw away from the situation a little bit, evaluate, try and figure out a response. Nigerians are more, you know what I mean. The chest. Nigerian is gonna come. Yeah, let me leave that. Let's talk about BURNA Boy, because BURNA Boy did a thing. BURNA Boy threw someone out of their what do you call it, concert, and then said it's because you were sleeping. And then the person said on social media that it's because the father of her daughter, so the person who was thrown out, her daughter's father died. So she's been stressed. She doesn't know. She's been stressed. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how to act. She fell asleep. And then BURNA was pissed. I saw the video. I wasn't able to get it, but I saw the video. So this is what the lady said. I am the girl that was kicked out of the show last night. I don't even know where to begin, but that was very embarrassing and humiliating to myself and my boyfriend. BURNA Boy could have handled that situation better than that. He had no idea what was going on with me, and he didn't even care to ask if I was okay. I have been mentally, physically, and emotionally drained since my daughter's dad passed away, and I came to his show to put a smile on my face after everything that has happened. Forever to come out, and I was tired. We paid to be there, and if I wanted to close my eyes and sleep, I can do that. It's my money that I wasted, not his. And for all of you in the comment section being nasty about how about showing kindness, because you never know, or how about showing kindness because you never know what someone is going through. Okay, I don't even know whether that story is true to begin with. I don't even know, like, is she the person who was kicked out? I don't know if we have a way of knowing. But then BURNA responded. BURNA responded on his IG. It wasn't very kind. I thought it wasn't very kind of him. Now, one thing I'll say is I have worked with one or two Nigerians, and they just have a way about them. Like Nigerians, a Nigerian in my experience, it's just two, so small sample size. But they will likely be more, if a situation is a situation of conflict, they might lean more towards the abrasive side than not. So where you will have other cultures, so like my culture is a very reserved culture. So when we are mad, we tend to take a step back, I think, and try and analyze the situation and react. Of course, person by person. People are not like a monolith. But I think generally my people, when we are angry, we tend to like draw away from the situation a little bit, evaluate, try and figure out a response. Nigerians are more, you know what I mean, the chest. Nigerian is going to come with chest. So I think there is context for that to be considered, because I would have, so one of the guys that I'm talking about was like my direct superior. And so when he would ask for things, I would constantly wonder, why? Why do you have to ask for it that way? Like, why not just ask me to send the thing? Like, why do you have to word it that way? But then over time, I just kind of accepted that maybe it's a cultural thing. And so I feel like maybe there's a bit of that. There's an abrasiveness that comes with being Nigerian, more or less. Stereotype, but a stereotype coming from somewhere. So let's read what BURNA had to say. Although maybe next time I should be doing this directly from his IG, so I avoid the risk of... So he's saying he understands the agenda against him, and he came to terms with it a long time ago. So his skin is bulletproof at this point. Maybe if it was bulletproof, you probably wouldn't need to respond. But if you make the pilot uncomfortable in a plane you bought a ticket for, you will be deboarded or arrested as soon as you land. You pay school fees, but you will be kicked out of class if you make it uncomfortable for the teacher to do his job. That's not necessarily true. My shows have people who make the teacher uncomfortable. So if you sleep in class, that could be said you're making the teacher uncomfortable. If you sleep on the plane, if you go, like if you sleep on the plane, are you thrown out? Like I don't really agree with. The analogy he's using is not an analogy that tallies. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up in my opinion. My shows have people who have beaten cancer. Wow, that's not good. You can't do that, man. You can't compare people's pain. That's one. We do that so much as human beings, and we need to just stop doing it because you can't compare people's pain. My shows have people who have beaten cancer or overcame something very serious, and none of them have ever slept. I leave my soul on every stage I get on, even if it's only 10 people. I feel like we live in a world where we double down. And listen, it's crazy because even I will one day be judged using the same standards. And I know that I'm not perfect. But I feel like we live in a world where you just double down. You are caught in a wrong position and you just want to double down and double down. Like, it's not necessary. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with stepping back and saying, okay, that was maybe a bit much. And then explain your side of it. Say, okay, I think I did it a bit much. I'll try not to do that next time. But you also need to understand that I leave my soul on every stage I get on. That's where I was coming from. You understand? I feel that would have been a better way to explain. Like, I was also feeling a type of way, but I kind of understand where you're coming from. I'm sorry for your loss. I'll try and be more considerate next time. I don't think it costs that much unless, you're Nigerian, like I said. I sincerely apologize if I'm wrong. Come on. I'm not always right, but I feel right about this. So you don't need to post that. Just feel that and leave it alone, in my opinion. The way I was joking around with my band about something else, not necessarily this situation. Oh, the previous one. I don't know though. I don't know. That's weird. And y'all have spun it as usual, saying BURNA boy doesn't love his fans. If you hate me so much, either kill me or leave me alone. I'm fighting my own battles and I never come out here to look for pity or help. But I think that's enough brain rot for today because I've been streaming for, I don't know, almost 2 hours now. As much as I want.